Not so fast, He-Man. That sword is mine!
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of Post Credits Reviews. I'm Nando.
And I am Skeletor.
And today we actually have a special guest in my little brother, Isaac. And if you couldn't guess already, we're going to be reviewing Masters of the Universe. I'll be honest, this was really my first exposure to Masters of the Universe as a whole. I'd heard about the original animated series. Honestly, this was way better than I expected it to be, even going into it. I know you were super hyped for it, and I can honestly say, at least for me, not even being a fan, it did live up to the hype.
Vindication from my man Jared Leto has always coming, and this is a long time coming. I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago, and I'm gonna look at the camera when I say this. Suicide Squad, Tron Ares, Morbius, and Blade Runner. Countless times have these films been accredited and used as evidence to discredit my man Jared Leto. What were your thoughts of him as a villain?
Now, I said this coming out the theater. As of so far,
okay, what's the date?
So what is today?
June what? 3rd?
June 3rd.
June 3rd, 2026.
Jared Leto as Skeletor is villain of the year so far. Isaac, little brother, what did you think of Skeletor as a character?
I loved damn near the whole performance that he put up, man. It was so funny the way he jokes around with this character, and yeah, it's just a wonderful performance
that I couldn't even expect.
No, and the only thing, unironically, that I can genuinely say is the last time I saw a villain like this was when Tom Hiddleston in 2012's Avengers. In his debut, this is the same sort of like, wow, holy shit. I didn't think he was gonna kill it that bad.
Honestly.
He literally feels like he's from a different world. Also, adding on to that, I feel as if though Jared Leto's accent in this piggybacks a lot off of Tim Curry.
I feel that.
And
yeah, he has that.
Skeletor doesn't originally have a British accent. Skeletor sounds just like this, and he does not allow He-Man to best him in combat. But I'm not joking. It was incredibly suiting for him. Tim Curry was great on him. So what's your favorite quote? Because I don't have a what?
1, I don't have a face. 2, because I just don't want to. Of course, you got to watch the movie to figure out what it is that I'm saying, but that's one of the best scenes of the movie. No, and I'm telling you, he the way he carries himself in this movie, it honestly might just be his best performance.
Interesting. Really?
Dude, honestly, like, as of recently, Jared Leto, yeah, this is the one. Y'all can't call him a franchise killer anymore, man.
No, and first off, he never was. I'm going to tell you this right now. The same way that you guys give all of that sympathy to Andrew Garfield and say that he was and Henry Cavill, and saying that there was perfect casting, but he was just subject to they were a victim of circumstance to their source material and to the terrible script that was being written. The same thing is applicable to Jared Leto. The same thing.
100%. No, and so now getting in more into the rest of the film, honestly, the main actor, I can't remember, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he did a really good job portraying Adam as a character.
Absolutely.
And him and his growth into finally becoming He-Man at the end, it really was just beautiful to see. I felt attached to it. That's something this movie does really well. It attaches you well enough to the characters and gets you to care about them and root for them.
I agree. So not only that, but for one, last night, I actually watched a bit of the original Masters of the Universe with who?
Mr. Dolph Lundgren himself.
In 1987, this man, right after Rocky, made He-Man. And after that, in the 90s, was one Frank Castle, the original Punisher. So, watching the source material and the original, the predecessor to this, it takes everything that made that movie beautiful, so real, and it amplifies it to a 10. It takes a completely different approach though, because in the original one, it mostly takes place on Earth, so it feels like otherworldly people coming to Earth and them having to, like, be in a foreign place that is not so foreign to us.
Honestly, I like the fact that it wasn't really on Earth that much. I like the fact that we were on Eternia for the majority of the movie, because that is his homeworld. What do you think, Isaac? What did you think of how Eternia looked? To me, it looked great.
It looked wonderful. It looked like, a place where, I guess people thrived or whatever.
Because that's something else. The effects in this movie are fantastic.
And adding on to the effects, what did you guys think of the score? What did you think about the transitions and the sort of songs that were used? Was there any particular scenes that you remember where it was like, wow, I really like that song stands out, or hey, I know that song? Or was there a particular moment in time when you were like, holy shit, it's about to pick up because the symphony's starting?
So for me, it was a little bit of all of the above. Right when it got into the action, the score got into it, and it was just really badass. It got you pumped. When he finally picks up the sword and goes, I have the power, the swell of the music and him actually getting the power, it's beautiful. I leaned into it. I told you, the score, the soundtrack in this movie was great. Like, I really have no notes on the soundtrack. What about you?
I love the way how they used, can I say the song right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the way they used Boys Don't Cry in the whole movie throughout that one.
Yeah, the scene where Ricky's in the police cruiser.
Yeah. And then also I loved how it got more intense, the more dramatic, the way he was trying to, get his powers, basically.
And so honestly, like, I really can't really fault anything in this movie. If anything, maybe little nitpicks here and there, but nothing to really bring the movie down overall.
No, and something that you had told me is that this movie is a better Superman movie than Superman.
And not to discredit, last year's Superman. Good film in its own right, but I just feel, and it's something that other people have said as well, he just kind of felt like sort of a background character in his own movie at times, all with Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific
and Hot Girl and
all the people in this movie. But
Lex Luthor.
The supporting cast in this movie has their time to shine. Great supporting cast.
Dude, it's Idris Elba and who else, bro?
Idris Elba. I can't remember
the girl's name.
Tila's actress's name.
But they have some heavy hitters.
Morena Baccarin. She was Vanessa in Deadpool as the sorceress.
Exactly.
But no, so overall, good cinematography, good performances. Villain of the Year performance by the man himself, Jared Leto. Honestly, I really did enjoy myself with this film. This film has probably made me a fan of this IP.
Before you say your score, I would proudly like to say mine.
Go right ahead.
I give He-Man, the man that has the power, a 9 out of 10, bro. I raise a toast to this movie, bro. This movie, I'll say this. Had it not been for a one cheat code named Spider-Man, Spider-Man, this would be movie of the summer. Had it not been for it being put on the same year as Doomsday, it would have been movie of the year.
100%.
But I digress.
And I'm gonna be in somewhere in that ballpark because for me it's better. I enjoyed it more than I did Superman. I gave Superman an 8.5 when it came out. I'm gonna give this an 8.7. This was fantastic, and like I said, it made me a fan of this IP, and I can't wait for future installments. What about you, Isaac? What would you give this overall?
Overall, it's in the ballpark of like 8.5 to 9 for me, because for me, I didn't get to watch the original movie, so I don't have anything to like backtrack it off. Yeah. So, but I did enjoy every part of the movie.
So wait, an 8.5 for you or a 9? What would you say?
I'd give it a 9 for sure.
Great film. Guys, please go watch this if you can, even if you've never seen the original or the animated series. Do yourself a favor, give this a watch. You will not regret it.
And so, any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
I think we've pretty much said all that needs to be said. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Post Credits Reviews. This has been Nando
and
and
Isaac
signing off.